Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back once again with Eldrazi ramp with a few slight adjustments. Went down World Breaker, up one Devourer, cut Aragast, one up Emrakul. A little bit disappointed about cutting the Aragast, I'm not gonna lie, but as we looked at the numbers and thought about it more, it kind of made sense. The Aragast for the turn 3 Emrakul lines are really fragile to seize effects, which have been growing in popularity with the increased play rate of Blink. And because of that, it means, as we saw yesterday, the turn 3 Emrakul line becomes weaker and weaker. So unfortunately, it did indeed get cut. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go spawn. I think that's right. Let's imprint. Impulse and pass. And pass. Devour went up because exile-based effects have become better with the introduction of Ketramos. Bolt Steam Vents. Is this going to be Ragavan? Fascinating. Draw. Gemstone. Curious. Why do I get suspicions of, like, Murktide? I guess it could be Jeskai energy. Interesting. Very interesting. I think we can Malevolent Rumble here. Let's Rumble. I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go Stomping Grounds as 6. And hold up the ability to respond with command. Alright. Yeah, trying to figure out what we're playing up against. If it's just Kai energy, then it's whatever. If it is Murktide, that would be interesting, though. Go to blocks. Block. Command. 6. So it'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I can find a soul land off the top, that would be ideal. That is not. Tis a forest. And hold up the ability to respond. Draw. There it is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The only problem I have with doing this is the fact that it means that we have no follow-up if for some reason they do have, it is control. So I think we start with Myco Spawn kicked. Get rid of that Steam Vents. Opponent just passing. Fascinating. Cavernous Souls might be right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we'll go Cavernous Souls just in case. Otherwise, we can go Sanctum of Ugin, question mark. Set up our following draw, basically. Sanctum might be correct. Cavern guarantees the body, but really we want the trigger. We ideally want both, but we'll go Sanctum. And pass. Hold up the ability to respond. I'm trying to think, if this Emrakul was an Aragast, would we be happy with that? The answer was yes. But since the Emrakul is an Emrakul, we're also happy with it. Wooded Foothills. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Aragast does enable some unique lines. But like I said, it is fragile. Triome. Okay, this might be Zoo? Question mark? That would make more sense. That'd also mean this Emrakul is a little bit fragile to a Leyline Binding. Fetch with the Arid Mesa. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we should be fine unless they get rid of my graveyard. Thundering Falls. Okay, they do have all 5 card types. This is Zoo. There's a Leyline Binding, which I'm fine with. You take this on Mycospawn, go for it. I will block the Ragavan. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. Go to block. Block the Ragvan. Ragvan Monkey Man. And pass. Draw. Ancient Stearns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forest. Ancient Stearns. So we Mycospawn. Done. Any order. And let's cast Emrakul. Because now if they have a Leyline Binding, I can just cast it. Sanctum Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Opponent scoops it up. I think grabbing a Devourer or a World Breaker there would have been right. Probably Devourer. So win for game 1. Let's see here. I did update my sideboard guide pretty significantly. For Zoo, looking at cutting Karn, bringing in Return and Chrysalis. So Return, Chrysalis, cutting Karn, and cutting a Ghost Quarter. I think that's right when we're on the draw. No, maybe it is just bringing in... I'm trying to think, why would we not... I guess Ghost Quarter... I guess too, maybe cutting a Ghost Quarter is correct for the 3rd Chrysalis. I'm wondering about Force of Vigor, though. Like, it can hit... The problem is it can really hit the Leyline, right? But it can't hit Draco unless Leyline's off the field, because otherwise that's hexproof. Yeah, so I'm not sure about that. I think we run it back like this. Not 100% certain that the Force of Vigor is good in this matchup. Might be okay. But we're on the draw for game 2. We can keep this hand. The question is whether or not we start off with Eldrazi Temple or Ancient Stirrings. Like, at least if we go Temple on 2, we can... Well, I guess either one is fine. Okay. We do go with Misty Rainforest. Reveal, pass. Misty Rainforest, the question is, do we go Ancient Stirrings or Commercial District to start? Trigger. Utopia Sprawl or Rumble. Both are good options. Sprawl, both are ramp, but Sprawl can be played on one. Yeah, so we'll go Sprawl. Fetch. Forest. We don't need to be as aggressive now if we're going for red. So we don't need double red all too much. Pass. Could go Myco Spawn next turn. Try and ramp into Devourer. Otherwise we can hold up Command. Try and play around Stubborn Denial. And Consign. Gonna dash a Ragavan? Tribal Flames, that's fine. Questions, oh questions. I could play Talisman here, then we only have an X1 command. What are we trying to hit for an X2? I guess Kavu. We'll pass. Hold up command. Blood Crypt Shock. Flage? It is a Flage. We can grab a Jukabog next turn. We played a land for turns. I'm not really worried about anything else. I will play Kozak's Command, Scry Draw, and Ramp. Return bottom. Chrysalis can go top. Yes. Draw. Emrakul. So I could play Chrysalis. No, I can't play Chrysalis. Because Chrysalis is a -2, we have 6. But I need the green. I would need another green source, which we have. But then we would need a land, which we don't have. So I think going Sowing Myco Spawn. Debating whether or not we kick or not, though. I don't think we kick. Into the Jukabog might just be correct. Get rid of Flage and Yard. The Jukabog. Target you. And pass. I want to be a bit conservative about these spawns. Next turn we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have Devourer, we have Chrysalis. Jesus Christ, yeah. Just Tribal Flames me to death. That's an option. Draw. Sanctum. Play Sanctum. Let's go to combat. So we can do a couple things here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Guess maybe we should have Ancient Stirring. Maybe. Let's go with Writhing Chrysalis. Play Talisman. pass. Fetches of Wooded Foothills. Do you have a bolt? You don't need to fetch for that. So yeah, now you just have all the card types regardless of Leyline, of the Guild Pact. You've seen 2 Treble Flames, we're going to see a 3rd. Obsidian Charmaw is fine. I imagine you go after Temple. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Will be 1 short of Emrakul then. We could bait them, but I'm a little bit worried about a binding. Grabbing Sanctum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 then. That's fine. Even if they have a binding, we're in a good spot. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. I have to take damage from Sprawl in order to go mana neutral, so we can't do that. So let's go trigger. Moto's thinking. Supposedly I have an update coming out tomorrow, which will hopefully address the issues that we're currently experiencing. Alright, go to cast Emrakul. Emrakul. You could have a consign, I suppose, but you only have the choice between the body and the trigger. I don't foresee you wanting to give me the body. If you do, that tells me I have a Leyline binding, so we probably want to hold the Chrysalis. If you have a Leyline binding, that's fine. So you do have the consign. You give me the trigger, that is a-okay by me. We'll hold up our blockers. A binding, okay. Draw, Stubborn Denial. So I can cast binding, counter it. Yes. I attack Charmaw into Writhing Chrysalis. I mean, hell, I could get rid of... It does say non-permanent opponent controls. That is important. Alright, I will cast this for white. And then counter it with Denial. Hi, can I not counter it, please? Seriously, they did not hold priority. Ugh, annoying. I get rid of the Talisman. Go to combat. Go to blocks. And pass. And pass. Yeah, it's really annoying that it wouldn't let me hold priority. Like, we still got the binding out of hand, so it's whatever, but still. Ragavan. One, two, three, four, five. Tapped. Ancient Stirrings or Sprawl? Let's go with Ancient Stirrings. Do you counter it? You do not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To go Soin Mycospawn, could just go Temple so we can cast Devourer next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 4, 10. Would have been 11. Mycospawn, it would be mana neutral, but wouldn't do too much. Oh, Temple. Any order. Lose out some mana. And we know it's stubborn now. Yeah. And attacking with Mycospawn. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So still has only Stubborn Denial in hand. There's a K command. Let's go, actually. Let's spend the mana for Sprawl in here. And go green. We have red, red. So we can go green. Real opponent's new to MTGO. So they're asking me about how you hold priority. I was explaining how it's control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can go Stirrings. Once Moto lets me cast something. Stirrings. Does this resolve? I imagine it does. They can't counter it outright. There's a return. We could go Chrysalis. Any order. So I have 9 damage on board. Actually, as long as I hold up 1, I think we just win, right? Yes. X equals 2. We make 2 spawns. We exile the Ragavan. This way we can also play the Chrysalis. But they should have no outs now. Because now we create 2 spawns. We can grow this from 11 to 13. Denial will pay with black. This resolves. That's lethal on board. And then 1, 2. Just for good measure. And that is 11. And that's 13. Phone scoops it up. GG's. Okay. So that's good. So to a win against Zoo, not too bad. And we'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. Hand looks solid, we'll keep. This lets us go Sprawl on 1, and Stirrings on 2. We don't draw into anything of relevance. Alright. Running Catacombs, fetch. For a forest. Sprawl on red. And pass. And pass. So it looks like it is going to be blink. Be mindful of that then. I will play Ancient Stirrings. Command or Mycospawn? Command's actually really good in this matchup. I think we will go Command. Any order, we're going to shuffle anyways. Play Misty, pass. And put a pause on end step. At most they can flicker my 4s or destroy Sprawl. I mean, is there a world where they try and White Orchid Phantom me? And specifically my Misty Rainforest, I'm doubtful, but like, one day it's going to happen. Misty, fetch. It seems like they're holding up for Felia. Commercial District tapped. There's a command on top, I'll take. Draw. Temple, pass. Fetch of Arid Mesa. Show me the Felia. There's Felia. In response. Felia needs to remain off of board whenever possible. And laying them on tap lets them have ways to keep it on board. We'll have to both respond. We now have a command X equals 1 at our disposal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play World Breaker next turn. White Orchid Phantom, yep, to be expected. So we do need to be protective of these spawns. Yes, that's our last forest. Arid Mesa and pass. And we're cool. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If we had kept that, that would have been 12. Been so good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like I said, I kind of want to be a bit protective of my spawns. Let's play Ghost Quarter and hold up the ability to respond. At the very least, I will sack a spawn so we can go command. I just need to see what they're working with. The worst case scenario is they have an Aven Interrupter is the problem. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. Go to attacks. 2 down to 16. Flicker Wisp targets. Float. And looks like they're going to phase change. I'm going to scry draw. A little bit worried about a Ephem. So I don't want to get blown out there. X equals 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we definitely have enough for Emrakul. So Sprawl, bottom. Emrakul, top, Devourer, top, Temple, top, draw. And draw. So now we can go... I'm debating whether or not I want to go World Breaker here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The biggest thing is here is if they have a Solitude, Emrakul just kind of, well, dies. I guess we will have another Emrakul next turn, though. Emrakul. Do you have a Solitude? Fetch of Marsh Flats. Black. Push? Yes. That's getting out of hand, okay. There's the Solitude. Exiles the Witch Enchanter. Thankfully we have another Emrakul on the way, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's fine. I'll control their turn. Enduring Innocence. Okay, draw. There's Felia. Don't really want either one of these. So we'll pass. Yeah, I do wonder if maybe it was right to like play the Breaker instead. Bog Bolt so they can Enduring Innocence, hold up Felia. Attack me for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Emrakul number 2. We know Ophelia. They probably won't want to attack with it. Wow, they will cast Ophelia. That's a bit surprising. There's Emperor Bones. So I can Emperor Bones, exile Solitude, exile something. I'd be able to flicker. Okay, so there's a few things we can do here. Do we want to do that though? Or do I just want to get rid of flying creatures? Flicker Wisp. Well, we need to get rid of Solitude regardless, right? Because if we don't, then they're going to just do what I suggested, but against me. So at the very least, Bones needs to be played. Draw a card is not a May. Even Interrupter, it's good to know. Felia can flicker, Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp comes in, can flicker, I don't know, a land. You also want to get rid of Felia is the problem, right? Because Felia enables so much. It's like, I can Emperor Bones, get rid of Solitude. So hold control. Exile Solitude. Yes. Yes. And now I want to do I not have the ability to... So stupid. Yeah, they need to work on that. Like, these really tight lines where I should be able to activate Emperor Bones, I couldn't because of how Moto works. Okay. So I can destroy up to one target non-basic land. So I could destroy their own lands. Attack an Ophelia, destroy their own lands, block the Ophelia. I can Solitude something. So attack of Felia. Trigger Felia, target White Orchid. Go to blocks. Block the Felia. Activate Emperor Bones. Adapt 2. Trigger. Probably power 2 or less. Do we exile the Enduring Innocence? That might be correct. Not too worried about anything else Emperor Bones can do right now, so I guess we get rid of Enduring Innocence. They don't have a draw engine. And then Felia. White Orchid Phantom. I'll destroy Shabby Backstreet. I'll trigger its ability, but then fail to find just to take a look at your deck. You have 1 Ketramos, 3 more Solitudes, Recruiter, Overlord, and Aether Vial. Done. And then Solitude's exiled, and then pass. Okay. That seemed okay. So we took out their draw engine, put them down a land. Left them with Avid Interrupter and with Liquor Wisp. Draws into a Solitude because why not? Jesus. Yeah, that sure is a thing you just did. You exiled Avid Interrupter, so you have a Flicker Wisp. Yep, that's fine. Flicker Wisp, what? Emperor Bones, or White Orchid Phantom? Bog. That's fine. Did debate whether or not I should get rid of Bog, but my graveyard's not too much of an issue right now. Well, that's just funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think I will just Devour here. Get rid of Emperor Bones. And then we can sweep next turn. We'll take a bit of damage, but we're pretty plussed right now as is. Yep, 20. Maybe I want to make use of these spawns though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. So if you go 1, 2, 3, sweep, fetch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, shock, World Breaker, Aether Vial basically can double up on how much mana they have, so we'll get rid of Aether Vial. Nope. And attack. Lethal's now on board. And that's the win. Cool. So this is Blink. And for game 1. Let's go to sideboard. So for Blink, we want to keep 1 Karnin. And bring in Return and Chrysalis. And we'll cut 1 Ghost Quarter. Yep. That seems correct. I definitely like that third Chrysalis, but I don't think there's a good way, or a fifth, or not fifth, a fourth Chrysalis, but I don't think there's a good way to get it in here. So I'll just run it back like this. Stirrings acts as a second land for all intent and purpose. I can keep it. Pass. Kala Shrine. If you thought these Stirrings were in trouble, because that's what enables me to kind of keep us running. Otherwise, we're top decking, which, like, we have a lot of top decks. I'm not all too worried, but yeah, they take the Stirrings. Yeah, I should probably maybe adjust my mulligan philosophy against Blink and other decks that utilize Thoughtseize and not take such fragile hands. Draw. Theophilia. Thank God for those. Rumble. Can go Temple. And hold up the ability to respond. Of course, they have Felia. Otherwise, why would they shock? Yep, there's Felia. Not much to do here. Overload of Baelmerk. Find Solitude Bones. 4 types in Yard. Flickers the Spawn or the Overlord. Flickers the Overlord. No blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bog. Probably a trigger. Overlord. Overlord trigger. Witch Enchanter, I imagine, or Ethem. Witch Enchanter, yep. Solitude. Gets rid of my spawn. Draw command. Interesting. 3 cards in hand. So, Temple. We have 4 types in Yard. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we do have command. I can't kick the Myco spawn, but we can put up a blocker at least. The only problem is I would like to play the Impulse, right? But we can only do so if we tuck the Emrakul. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I have an idea. And it does work if they white Orchid Phantom me. So in Myco Spawn, we're going to just grab a Temple and pass. The way this will work is that right now I have 4 types in Yard, not including a land. If they were to destroy the land, that moves it up to 5. We can then move it up to 7 with command. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 will be 1 off though? No, we also grab the forest, so we're fine. Solitude. Solitude, Myco Spawn. Flicker Wisp. Flicker what? Bog. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's probably the worst case scenario there. So on end step, that will trigger. Felia will flicker the Flicker Wisp. I'll probably grab back Solitude. Witch Enchanter. Down to 13. Witch Enchanter tap so that way they can flicker. Warthog gets rid of my graveyard. Unfortunate. Flickerous comes in, flickering the witch. No, flickering that. Okay. It still is a problem, to be fair. Sway Mega Spawn number 2. Okay. How do I want to go about this? We'll have 2 temples. Or actually, yeah, we can have 2 temples on tap for the command. So let's do this. Grab another temple. This way we can have a command X2. Delay trigger on the Flicker Wisp comes in untapped. I'll probably exile the Felia if they move to combat. So the question is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Maybe 2 shorts. We need spawns. Another Overlord of the Baelmerk. Yes. We have multiple Solitudes. I'm tempted to actually get rid of both. This is fine. They hit another Solitude anyway, so they'll probably grab a Solitude. Jesus. Yep, Solitude. I mean, they're going to Overlord regardless. Trying to think here. So if I command now... Yeah, let's command now. Make 2 spawns, exile Felia. You need an EFEM to protect it. Otherwise the dog dies. I know you have a Solitude in hand. Okay. Overlord will trigger. I imagine grabbing potentially Felia and or just some white permanent to exile a Solitude. Grabs Witch Enchanter to blocks. So we can at least trade with the Bog. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can at least trade at the Bog. At the same time, return could get rid of that. We'll get rid of the Bog. Down to 5. Witch Enchanter. 2 cards in hand. Surprised they didn't hold. So I wonder if they have another white permanent in hand. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I could play Talisman. This way we do have the ability to return next turn. Alright. At the very least, I'll have control of your turn, if nothing else. Do you have a white card to exile to Solitude is the question. If you do, I'm going to need something really good off the top. That's all I'm saying. Our turn, comrade. Does that Merkle stick on board somehow? End step. And, recruited the guard. Alright, I still have your turn regardless. Draws in a white Orchid Phantom. So, what I can do here is I can attack of Overlord the Balemerc. Yes, attack of Overlord. Trigger. Yes. Solitude. Evoke Solitude, exiling White Orchid. Exile Overlord. And then the Evoke trigger. And then there's nothing else for me to do here. And pass. And pass. And the trigger on the stack. Yes. So now we have command on board, or return for next turn, which will help. At least deal with this Flicker Wisp. Do need a way to deal with this Overlord though. Green for red. Actually, yeah, for red. And pass. And hold up the ability to respond. Well, let's do it now. Overlord. I need a World Breaker, Devourer, something. Bog. Bog, target you. And Sprawl. Sprawl on green. And pass. White Orchid Phantom. Yep. We'll hit the temple. I'll float. Yes. Grab a forest. Go to end step. Overlord. No, probably not worth doing right now. Let's hold this return. Draw. Chrysalis is good. This does mean we can block the White Orchid and the Overlord next turn. They need to be careful about decking out, funny enough. It's a Solitude because why wouldn't you? Then a 16 cards. Takes the Felia instead. That's shocking. And block. I did choose a creature to block Moto. Moto's thinking. I want that Overlord dead. So yes, block. For damage, though, I want to sack these spawns. Goes to opponent, sack 1, trigger, resolve, sack 2, trigger, resolve. To damage. Second main, go to end step. Return. Aven Interrupter, of course. Unfortunate. Devourer. Perfect. I will devour. And yes. And resolve. And now we can always cast Return for free at sorcery speed. You can hit me for 2 by blinking the Devourer. Yep. Do I want to do that right now, though? Like, the Felia is a clock, don't get me wrong. Oh wait, I don't even need to do that. Made more points of interaction, and now Moto's gonna punish me by having me sit here for the next 20, 30 seconds. It's a bit brutal. Cast About Pain. Maybe a bit aggressive, but I do not want to let this Felia just sit here on board if I can help it. Another Aven Interrupter. Jesus. Yes. Go to combat, because I can't block of it anyways. And pass. So we're going to take 4 here. That is just obnoxious, and you know it. 4 red. And attach it to this forest. I actually kind of do appreciate that, because now I can at least do that. Alright. For 2 mana. Clear. You have another Aven Interrupter? No. What? Okay. Oh, Sprawl. For green. To combat. I can't block, so... I guess one thing they can do here is blink their own... I think it may have been smarter to blink their own Aven Interrupter, so that way Felia would have grown. Oh my god, seriously? I mean... 1, 2, 3, 4... What? You gonna have Ephim? Okay, well, shit. Yeah, you got it. Ridiculous. Alright, on to game 3, which is going to be rough because our time has dwindled so much. So we might just lose the time here. I'm going to cut gemstone. Actually, yeah, cut gemstone for quarter. And run it back as is. And confirm on the play against Blink. Yep. That looks correct. I mean, I think we just lose the time unless we just somehow blow them out of the water. It's gonna be rough. On the play. Mulligan. Keep. Pitch Emrakul. Pitch Breaker. Pitch Emrakul. Pitch Emrakul. Done. Main Forest Sprawl Red. Pass. Pass. Arid Mesa fetch. Shock Gala Shrine for Thoughtseize. Seize the stirrings again. Do you take the stirring? Yep, you do. Rip. Draw. Talisman. Play Talisman. Pass. And pass. At least we have return on online now. Ether Vial, Backstreet, and keeps it on top. Pass, draw, rumble. Wooded Foothill, play Wooded Foothill, pass. And now I have to hold up the ability to respond, which means I need to respond to each trigger. I'm just gonna burn my time. I'm for some reason feeling like there's going to be a Ketramos in my immediate future. Enduring Innocence. Go to end step. Fetch. Commercial District. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On top. Draw. Draw. Sowing Mycospawn. Eldrazi Temple. Pass. Pass. And I don't really think there's a reason to hold up the ability to respond, so just pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For Devourer. Overlord. Picks up White Orchid. So they can play 2 2-mana value spells now, or other creatures more accurately. I guess 2 mana value spells. It could be a creature and a non-creature. They can do it on my upkeep too, because it's going to come and play tapped. Ugh. Draw. Aether Vial in the White Orchid. Enduring Innocence triggers. Draw. Float. Trigger. Yes. Grab a forest. And in response, we're gonna return. Innocence triggers. I need to just get damage in ASAP. Attack. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need a soul land here. Iganjo, which means they aren't worried about me attacking a sowing Myco spawn, that's for sure. Yeah, that White Orchid Phantom was unfortunate. Flicker Wisp flickers my forest. No, flickers the Overlord, which can grab a White Orchid. T is a problem. Grabs, Recruit of the Guard, draw, Soul Land? Utopia Sprawl, not exactly. Red. Pass, cannot attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Recruit of the Guard, trigger, trigger. So I guess like Enduring Incense is basically a different... I think I've seen it used in this list before, but mainly it's been Ketra as a recent with Relic. I do think we lose this. Maybe we should have held the return, but like I said, I was at that point just trying to get bodies or damage down the line as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, we're crunched on time. Attack with all. Flicker the Sowing Myco spawn. Flicker the Recruiter. If they grab back with the Overlord. Any Solitudes yet? No Solitudes. So we can block the Felia then. I guess they can just grab back a Felia. There's one in there? There's not. Witch Enchanter can get rid of a Talisman or a Sprawl. Grabs a Witch Enchanter. Yep, makes sense. Solitude, hit Sowing Myco spawn. It's me. Flicker, Recruiter. Yeah, I think the game's over unless I draw into a Soul Land. Even Interrupter, so I don't think it actually will matter. Soul Land? Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They even need a Soul Land, just need to be like a land. Talisman. And pass, that's 3, 8, 11. Yeah, you got it. As needed a land off the top. Rip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, at that point, then we could have cleared the board. Alright. Well, an unfortunate loss there. A bit frustrating on the time crunch as well. But we'll be back for match 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. I will keep this. Probably just exile a World Breaker here. And pass. Scouting Tarn and pass. Draw. Temple. Ancient Stirrings. Fetch with Scouting Tarn. Watergrave. Shock. And Thought Scour. Murktide Frog. Hand of Force on top of which, okay. Well, in that case, Commercial District, trigger, Stirrings. I can keep it on top for now and pass. And pass. Next turn we're going to be holding up this command. pass. So this way, if they go for a Harbinger, consider. I am wondering if we want to exile some cards in their graveyard. We'd have to do it on their upkeep if we did. We wouldn't have much in the way of recourse after that. Actually, we would. I'm going to scry, or I'm going to do this and then exile. Let's see, 1, 2. 2 cards in yard. So this way, if they counter, they can't play the Oculus. The next turn we can get World Breaker down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they played the Harbinger, that's fine. Forgot to fetch. So yeah, I think this is a Harbinger. Nope, maybe not. Frog. Murktide. Okay. 5/5 Murktide, that's fine. Breaker can trade with that rather well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will go with Breaker. And we will break and pass. And pass. So they need to shoot the Sheriff here to deal with World Breaker. Frog, that's fine. Frog can build up the Regent, though, is the only problem. Let's play Stirrings. Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not really feeling that. So probably going to go Writhing Chrysalis. Any order? Green, red. Hold up. Before we do that. Land. So I can go... I mean, that would be their last 2 cards, so if they want to force, they can force. Chrysalis, red. Colorless, green. Pass. And hold up the ability to respond. And hold up our ability to respond. Go to combat. Imagine they do not attack. If they do, then there's something suspicious going on. Temple. No reason to play it right now. We'll pass. And pass. And there's a sewers. Put Spell Snare in the yard. What we thinking, opponent? I mean, you can grow the frog, you can grow the Murktide. Both things are an option. I suppose they do have to wonder now what's in my hand. I mean, they would have to make the Murktide a 10/10. To kill both Breaker and Chrysalis if I were to double block. Okay, draw. Sprawl. Sprawl. On red. And pass. And pass. Yeah, definitely want to be drawn into some more action here than what we are. Okay. So it looks like they're trying to do something here. Okay, so you can now grow the Murktide by 3. Float the frog, grow the Murktide. Make it an 8/8. Yep. Make it an... Oh, I'm gonna make another Murktide. Yeah, those complicate things. Devour makes it easier though. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To exile the Murktide or exile the Frog. The Frog can make the Murktides bigger, so exile the Frog. That is what enables it to grow past my Breaker and Chrysalis. Bye, Froge. Fatal Push. That's rude. Yes. So now they can attack. Block or block? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I mean, I can block, take 6, and then strip them of a land. That's an option. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so we could do this. Then bring back World Breaker. On end step. Bring back the Breaker. Sack. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breaker, get rid. Temple and pass. Oh, I should have attacked. God dang it all. Don't know why I didn't. Because it would have been put lethal on board. Consider... Yeah, I messed up there. We can do the same thing, so it's fine. End step. Yeah, I messed up by not attacking last turn. Sanctum. Oh, go to combat. It's a 9. Sanctum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Return. Sack. Exile. If you have a counter spell, then we just lose. Moto's taking a hot minute. Yeah, by not attacking the last time they attacked out to present lethal on board, it's a bit unfortunate, but looks like they don't have it. Trigger, yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Emrakul. And pass. And pass. So we'll go down to 1. Frog. Yep. The problem now is frog. I have to block here. Oh, they just win. Never mind. Yeah, the frog sealed the deal. Would it have mattered if I had attacked? I mean, they would have held back 1 turn. Maybe it would have given me a turn to play that Emrakul. Yeah. So yeah, bit of a misplay on my part. I will admit that. Like, as soon as I passed through the combat phase, I recognized that I should have attacked with Devourer. That was fully on me misclicking. We cut Karn. We cut Gemstone. We want Chrysalis and return. Alright, let's play it back. On the play for game 2. I can keep. I just need to hope that they don't force this talisman. Trigger. I'll go with Sowing Mycospawn. Trigger. Imprint. Talisman. Pass. It did not, so that's good. Pass. Draw. Bit worried about a spell snare here, but could also be consign. I'll go Mycospawn, not kicked. Consigned memory? Triggering what? Yep, that's fine. So no additional lands for me. And pass. Bolt and pass. So that's a counter spell. Attack. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. I could attempt a Rumble, but it might be better to hold up the return. Yeah. Consider Murktide Yard and draw. Bolt and going to end step. Spell bomb. Okay. Wooded Foothills, fetch after we attack. For a forest. And Malevolent Rumble. I imagine this gets hit by a counterspell. I'd be shocked if it didn't. Really? Ghost Core, Stomping Ground, and a forest. I'll grab the Sprawl. Expand a neutral next turn. We can just hold up the red for a return, I think. Bowmaster. Bowmaster targets spawn. In response. Surprised to see Bowmaster in this list. Yeah, probably should have just grabbed the land, honestly. Play a forest. I have another typing yard for Emrakul. Sprawl. Sprawl resolve. For red. Go to combat. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's an uncounterable Devourer, but I don't need to cast it right now is the biggest thing. And I can just apply pressure to the board and hold up the return. Thought Scour. Bowmaster in yard. Spell Bomb to draw cards. They're a bit desperate, it looks like. Targets my yard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 at most. So they're holding back, so they have nothing really going for them here. I'll attack the Myco Spawn, they block. I'm gonna imagine they have a Fatal Push. Go to end step. There's the push. Shoot the sheriff, that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 off. Ancient Stirrings. Cast Ancient Stirrings. Finds a Myco Spawn. Done. Any ordered, they're going to get shuffled up anyways. I will kick. This still leaves up enough for whatever I need, especially the returns, if I need that. And then Vajuka Bagu. That's 2 types in yard. So 2, opponent scoops it up. Okay. I will bring back in the Cavern, cut the Ghost Quarter. Since Ghost Quarter isn't doing much in this matchup, run it back all the same. Yeah, I can keep this. It's a little bit slower than I'd like, but if you find a Utopia Sprawl, it'll be pretty good. Reveal. Pass. Trigger. No Utopia Sprawl, but we do find another Soin Myco Spawn. I'll go Soin Myco Spawn. Maybe Chrysalis would have been better in retrospect. Draw. Wooded Foothills. Pass. Smoto lets us pass. Thinking. Yep, blue to Delta, fetch for sewers. Yep, makes sense. Hold up the ability to respond, just in case they unearth a Harbinger out of nowhere. Blue to Delta, fetch. Imagine for Frog here, Watergrave, Shock, Frog. Yep, turn 2 Frog is good. Pause on end step. Go to Foothills, fetch. For Commercial District, trigger. Rumble, top. Draw. Temple. And let's see if you have a force. You do not. Temple or another Chrysalis. Thinking another Chrysalis. And hold up the ability to respond. Debating whether or not I would snap block the Psychic Frog if they don't float it. Consider their options. Keeps it on top and draws. Spring shot, or Spring's Bolt to 13. They put in play tap, that shows they're pretty desperate for a land. Bolt and for the frog. So yeah, we'll snap block then. Okay, guess not because they float. Right. So pass. Take one. Draw. Draw. Red, green, colorless. Chrysalis. And pass. So we can block the frogs pretty well. Shoot the sheriff is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I block 2, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think I still block here. Giving them 2 cards here just really isn't a good option. Spellbomb is fine. Soul Land would be ideal. Rumble. Rumble's a -1. So let's just go Chrysalis. Chrysalis resolves. I think we just put Stomping Grounds in tapped here. And pass. Once again, being a bit protective of these spawns just in case a Harbinger comes down. combat, block, and block. Pitches 1 in response. Resolve. How far do you want to go, friend? Pitches another. Okay. Pitches one more. We'll play this game. I mean, I'm fine if they just bounce here, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can bog next turn. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Harbinger of the Seas is fine. We can rumble next turn. So Bajukabog comes in, doesn't do anything unfortunately. Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sanctum would be fine. You could X3 the Harbinger is the biggest thing. Worldbreaker might be correct though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I think maybe Sanctum. Come on, Moto. Work with me here. I mean, if we're going to X3 though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, maybe Worldbreaker is fine. Maybe Worldbreaker is fine after all. Because then we have another blocker at the very least. We can exile the frog. Okay. Final choice. Cast command. X equals 3. Get rid of Harbinger. Done. Harbinger gone. And pass. Hold up till they respond. Spellbomb, yep. I'll draw a card. So I guess they can float both frogs. But yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's correct to... So I can go Worldbreaker 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Opponent's just gonna scoop it up. I'll take the win. Alright, and we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. If we had a forest, this hand would be so much better. I was going over the data with Thinka earlier and trying to figure out why Forest has been doing so well, but Sprawl has not, and it's because of hands like these, right? Like, yeah, I have a 12.5% chance of hitting a forest. But I should not be keeping these hands. I can keep this pitch return. If it's energy, which we haven't seen, I wouldn't say like not much of, but not a lot of, then it's a decent hand. Though a bit slow, I'd argue, especially on the draw. Let's see what opponent is on. Swamp. Thoughtseize. Maybe. Secret Lair Swamp. No Thoughtseize, okay. Temple's good. We'll go Rainforest, pass. And hold up the ability to respond. Swamp. So this feels like Necro. This feels like Necrodom. Commercial districts, trigger, KGC. KGC. What could we do against Necrodom? The problem is, I think they'll be able to play that before we can play KGC? No. So we'll go 2, 3, 4. So I guess we could get Profane Tutor. So I'll put that on top. Draw. Temple. Rumble. And Forest or Ghost Quarters. Probably want to just go for Forest here. And then pass. And hold up the ability to respond. Because then we can grab Chalice on 0, so that way if they don't have Necro in hand. Do you have Necro in hand? You have Voidwalker. Voidwalker's fine. Do you have Thoughtseize? Fatal Push. That's rude. Well, there goes our idea for Karn. So we could just go return, get rid of Dothy. Alternatively, could go Myco Spawn and ramp. Like, my main concern of Dothy, of course, is that they could have a Thoughtseize. So I think I will just return. Is there a benefit to doing it now? I can do it in response to the seize effect. Probably better just to hold then. Yeah, that Fatal Push was unfortunate. Then again, I guess then they would have been able to just kill Karn and put a Dothy counter on it. Profane Tutor, cast. I mean, this has to be Necro. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about that in my mind. I see Swamps, I see Tutor, I think Necro. Bolt, Bolt. Why bolt there? I guess maybe for a fatal push. Combat. I feel like they would have thought seized before combat. Pass. Necro. Let's see how hard we're hit. We went pretty deep. We have on the side Soul Spike 1. And going to clean up. Do I have anything on the side right now is the question. I guess we could try and liquid metal. No, we don't have enough mana. Chalice won't cut it, Brain won't cut it, Torpor Orb no, so not really anything for Karn. Troll. No, that works. Micro Spawn Kick. Because the biggest thing right now is that we're trying to keep them off of Shieldred. Kick the Bog. Still curious why they bolted. I could go Forest and then Stirrings for a potential answer. That might be correct. Like a Devourer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? No. Maybe one short of that. I was thinking if we could Emrakul and just make them pay their entire life. Is Force of Vigor good in this matchup? And I guess it is centered around a specific enchantment, right? It is a combo deck. I mean, Worldbreaker and Devour both are solid options. I will grab Worldbreaker, or Devourer, because that can hit both Necro and, let's say, a Shieldred. Any order. Alright, and pass. So yeah, if they didn't keep an extra land in case, then they won't be able to play Shieldred, which would be ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pass. Well, there's Shieldred. So now they can draw 9, which is just plus 9. They go up to 19, basically. The question is now, do they hold an additional copy of Necro or an additional copy of Shieldred? Guess it depends on what we see here on cleanup. If I see like duplicate copies of Shieldred, then you probably want to just go after Shieldred. If you see duplicate copies of Necro, then you might just want to go after Necro. The Shieldred is a clock, and if we can deal damage, at least it limits the number of cards they can draw. 2 Necrodominances. Really? Trigger. Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trigger. So it feels like they have an additional copy of Shieldred in hand. So I think I go after Shieldred. Because then they have to pay that fully. I'm going to go with Emrakul. And so if Emrakul sticks, we win. Maybe it was right to go after Necro. Like, they can deal me 12. So they have Shieldred. Maybe it's right to go after Necro. It's hard to say, like, either ways. We're just gambling on what they kept in hand. They pitched Necros. They were confident that we weren't going to pick Necro with Devourer, which they knew we had. If they're passing here, that'd be kind of wild. Wow. So I don't think we can lose unless they have 3 Soul Spikes and a Bowmaster. I think that's the way we lose. 3 Soul Spikes and a Bowmaster. 4. Go down to 1s. They are sending up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd be 1 short. So spike 1. Bowmaster. Tapping 1 for what? They somehow didn't hit anything. Oh, they're paying cost for March. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. They're going to gain life off of March. Yep, up to 15. I guess another March? Nope, fell. And pain cost even still. Surgical Devourer. 5 types in yard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that should just be the game then. Yeah, I think we just win because we take control of their turn, pay their entire life total, and win. One, two, three. GG's. Tis an Emrakul. You got Takanuma. Another Necro. So then we draw. Main. I mean, I can just go... go to end step. Necrodominance. Trigger 13, Takanuma. Yeah, so we'll just continue. End step trigger. Can I just go to 13? Yep. Oh, Necrodominance. Even if I couldn't, and I could only go to 12, then I would just be able to talk a Numa and win that way. Yeah, Emrakul's good here. Kozilek's Return, not so much, but Dothy is a bit scary. So Writhing Chrysalis seems good. Ghost Quarter seems meh. Do we bring in Stonebrain here? Do we bring in Force? Like, Stonebrain feels a little bit mid because it forced them onto a mid-range game plan, which is fine for them. Because we can cut one Chrysalis. Karn is also okay here. It can grab Chalice, it can grab Brain, Liquid Metal. Yeah, probably something like this. But maybe... yeah, I think we just keep it like this. I was thinking maybe cut like 2 Karn, and then maybe grab whatchamacallit, Force, but I think maybe this is fine. I will keep this. We're gambling off the top. That's fine. I get on to 6. What we want to see here, of course, is a 7-mana value spell. We got a 12.5 chance. Nope, we whiff. So I'll play Stomping Grounds, tapped, and pass. So we have a bit better of a 12.5 chance here. Dothy, Profane. Oof. I'll play a Forest and Rumble. Rumble will hit. The thing is, if we go Emrakul, they can Thoughtseize me, right? But I think we do go Emrakul. That's 3 types in Yard. We'll hold up the ability to respond in case of a Bowmaster. Dothing to Thoughtseize would make me cry a bit, but they just go Necro. So why the Profane? End step. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8 at most. Down to 6. We'll have to be able to respond in case we need to sack the spawn. Yep. That way they don't gain more life. And pass. No legal targets. Yeah, that was a bold move on their part. But I get the sense they probably have a Shieldred in hand. They did have a Thoughtseize. I wonder if they drew into it. Oh, was it the Bowmaster? I mean, next turn we imprint the Emrakul, play the Chrysalis, question mark? Or do we dig deeper with Rumble? We could dig deeper with Rumble, just go Talisman, and then Rumble. Try and play Emrakul the following turn. The thing is, they can shape their hand, or they can sculpt their hand into something to interact with that, so I think it's better to protect the Emrakul. Draw. KGC. KGC doesn't do much right now, I don't think. I mean, I guess there's the Profane Tutor. The Profane Tutor would be able to do what? I guess grab a Shieldred if they didn't find one. That is any card. Yeah, might not be a bad idea. KGC minus ES for Chalice. Chalice on 0 and pass. So no Profane Tutor for you. This way, if they don't have a Shield Druid, they can't find a Shield Druid. Chalice trigger. Do you have the Shield Druid? I'd imagine you do. I'd be shocked if you don't. Yep, they're Shield Druids, so they can go 5 deep and gain 5 up to 11. What to do now? Isn't much. They might even just go for a Soul Spike on Karn, but that means they only have 8 damage left in the deck to hit me with. So they hit me or hit Karn. Surgical Rumble. Interesting, but might be correct. Does mean that me casting this Emrakul is less likely. Oh, they failed to exile the one in my yard. That's going to come back to bite them, I think. Even though it only says 3 types in yard. That's odd. 1, 2... Oh, no, that's right. Because Ancient Stirrings. I thought it was a Utopia Sprawl. Trigger. Talisman. Lab. No imprint. I really don't have anything here. I mean, I guess I could go after the Soul Spikes. That's a thing I could do, but do I think that's correct? Probably not. So I think just going Chrysalis here might be correct instead. Because now we can at least defend from Shieldred, if you really want. I can minus Karn. For what, though? I guess I could just grab a Tormod's Crypt. That way we can put another type in yard, because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If they attack Karn, that will be 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. I will minus Karn. EE might be actually something interesting. Pass. We can also play EE in the Chalice if we want. Hold up the ability to respond in case of Bowmaster, I suppose. So you can go 8 deep, gain 8, up to 16. Swamp. And... I guess you go Bog, Shatter. Yeah, that's fine, actually. I'm okay with this. That puts types in yard. I was kind of trying to do that anyways, I suppose. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If Karn can go into Yard, that'd be 11, so we just need a soul land. Wonder if I should have shocked the Stomping Grounds. At me or at Karn? At me. That's rude. Lock. Alright. End step. Draw 8. Gain 8. Shielded is a bit of a problem. To 17. Soul Spike Karn, thank you. So that should be Karn. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Someone had mentioned that Karn is bugged. Oh, okay. Or not. Sacrifice. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I need a turn to win. So I Mycospawn. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I will just cast let's see. I guess we can just go commercial district to set up. The main thing I'm worried about right now might be, I'm not sure if they have Break the Ice. We haven't seen it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go commercial district. Play around the Break the Ice. Command on top. Actually, command into graveyard. However, if they have a bog, I see a trawler, 2 trawlers in exile, so maybe shouldn't be too worried. Actually 3. Yeah, we'll put it into graveyard. Put this into play. Tapped. So basically we're setting up for lethal next turn. As long as we survive, which I think we should. So if you overload a Break the Ice, that would be fine. I will block. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, I have 13 on board, even if they overload a Break the Ice. In response. Hello? In response. You have a Thoughtseize. You must, right? Shatter Assumptions? Trawler. Oh, okay, so you had the 4th trawler in hand. Damn. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I mean, you can go to 1 card if you wanted to, but it's not the win yet. Malevolent Rumble's gone. I mean, at this point, yeah. Actually, you can't Bowmaster me, so we'll just send it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Fatal Push. or a March. Yeah, I kind of gambled that they would not have another trawler. But I was incorrect. Question is, what do we want to draw into now? I guess something to get rid of Shieldred. That's not really it. But we can kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kick this. And I'll go with a temple or lab. Let's go with temple. And pass. So I do need to be careful now is the thing, right? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Myco spawn. Unfortunately, I can't easily get types into yard now because of Malevolent Rumble being exiled. Shatter Assumptions? No, for 5. What this? March? Meat Hook Massacre X equals 3. I'll sacrifice this in response and pass. I feel like they should have probably attacked first, maybe? That way they at least deal me 3. Yeah, I don't know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're 4 off the Emrakul. I wonder if they just took out a lot of Thoughtseizes or if they already exiled them. 1, 2, down to 13, Necro. I mean, right now they very much are on that mid-range plan. We can play everything in our deck with the exception of Emrakul. They went down to 1. That's wild. Funny enough, if I draw into a command right now, I win. Because I can draw them a card. So spike number 1. Go to discard. Okay, so a command wins me the game. Because how many soul spikes is that now? 1, 2? No, that can't be right. It has to be all of them. Stonebrain. Okay, hold up. Greatest play in history could happen right now. I need to sit here and think what card they have left in their deck. So I have seen 46 cards in exile. Okay, so how many Bowmasters? I guess I can sort this. 2, 3. I have 3 Bowmasters in here. 1, 2. I just need to get them to either draw a card or to take the last one out. 3. How many Necros have we seen? All the Necros should have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've seen all the Necros. How many soul spikes? One. I think taking soul spike's a bit risky though. So I'm really tempted to go for the Bowmaster. Alternatively, could try Swamp. 5. The thing is, they like supplement lots of swamps. This is so tricky. Like, we just need to hit a card. And I want to do it without like looking at their list. I could do that, right? Do we think they only brought in one Break the Ice? We could name Break the Ice. One Break the Ice. I think they have more than one Break the Ice. There's no way they have more than... they don't. Stonebrain. So the choices are, I think, either Orcish Bowmaster or Break the Ice. I'm going to say Break the Ice. Yes! Draw a card. Gain your 2 life, opponent. It don't matter no more, because guess what? That is going to be your final card drawn. Wait, what? Shoot, that's right. Necro doesn't draw them cards. No. You skip your draw step. Oh no. And they have the soul spike. I drew them into it. That felt so good and then so heartbreaking all at once. Man, the highest highs and lowest lows, if I just remembered to read their godforsaken card that says skip your draw step, if it didn't say that, I mean, I couldn't have not done it that turn, right? If they had Soul Spike, then... If the Soul Spike was the last card, which it was, then I lose. If Soul Spike was in hand, then I lose. So it didn't really matter. Oh. I sat there spending so much time figuring that out just to freaking get heartbroken by the fact that Necro skips their draw step. Damn. Yeah, so I think the only thing that would have saved us there would have been what? Maybe a breaker? Kozilek's command? Either way, we're on the draw for game 3. On the play for game 3. I will keep. I'll tuck the Emrakul, Imprint, and then cast Talisman, cast Stirrings for a land, ideally. I did forget to take out Gemstone for Ghost Quarter. That's my bad. Ugin Lab, Imprint for Emrakul, Talisman, and then Stirrings. Could grab Stonebrain. I think we just need to grab a land, though. Grab a land. In any order. It's going to get shuffled up anyways, as long as the Soin Megaspawn doesn't get taken. But I feel like if they Thoughtseize me, they might need to take Karn. Pass. Swamp. Thoughtseize. Takes Karn. I think they have to take Karn. Because otherwise I can grab Stonebrain, put them on the mid-range game plan, or Liquid Metal Coating, and then they're forced to try and kill Karn. So I think Karn's the right choice. I'd be surprised if they take the Myco Spawn. Opponent's thinking real hard on this one. They need to be careful. They are on a clock. Takes the swing, Mike's one. That's surprising. Okay, draw Temple. I'll play Karn with the Forest. That way I don't play in a break to ice. Minus Karn. I'm tempted to go for the coding as the thing. Because if they don't have a way to deal with Karn, then we just win outright. And the main ways for them to deal with Karn here is going to be March. But I think it's safer to grab Stonebrain. So Stonebrain, and then we can grab Local Metal next turn. I think that's correct. So that's a Bowmaster. That's what I'm feeling right now. Wooded Foothills. The Stonebrain. Activate the Stonebrain targeting you. Name Necrodominance. Shatter. And there's the Bowmaster, so I was right. So taking down Karn isn't a great move here. Instead we'll take up Karn. And pass. Yep, down 3. Put a pause on end step. So Bowmaster's gone, Swamp gone, cast Shatter Assumptions. If they don't, then we get to play Breaker. There's Shatter, there goes Breaker. And end step, fetch with Wooded Foothills. For Commercial District. Trigger. Writhing Chrysalis on top. So Temple. I'm gonna take up Karn on Talisman just in case. Actually, I guess I could just deal them damage here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm gonna hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12? So 1 known, and then 3 unknown. There's Sheoldred. That was the last known card. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually did want... Karn, I need you to die, please. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll return to my hand. Karn? Karn? Buddy, I need you gone. So Karn's bugged, clearly. We're not going to abuse that fact. So I'm just going to play Karn. Then it updated. I can now minus Karn. And I can grab Liquid Metal if I wanted, but I think it might be right for me to just grab a Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, that or explosives. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll grab the Tormods. Play Tormods and pass. Shieldred, doing Shieldred things. Okay, so this is perfect. They'll draw a card, that's fine. Shieldred, it's again doing Shieldred things. Attack me or attack Karn? That is your question. Attacking Karn, that is fine. Karn will die. Go to end step. Karn's still not dead because of reasons. Shieldred trigger. The only annoying part is that I can't actually get rid of Shieldred all too easily. This adds 2. So hold on 1 second. This little 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I can do both. Exile you. So Shieldred down. That's 6 and 6. 13. One, trigger, 2, trigger, 3, trigger, 4, trigger, 5, and 6. Cast, pass, attack. Of course, they're gonna have a fatal push. Trawler, march. So I will main, trawler, play. Moto's thinking. Bolt. Then march on Bowmaster for 1. Dude, this lag. All I did was play a land. Moto, you okay? Bowmaster, 1, 2, 3. Cast for 2. Yeah? What? I'm so confused. 1, 2. Done. Okay. And pass. And pass. And pass. I have lethal on board. Shieldred, of course. Well, I mean, you have to block the Writhing Chrysalis. Attack fall, because it's 21 damage. Doesn't play tapped, and pass. And end step pause. Just in case you somehow find a way to deal with Emrakul. Dothy, that is not a way to deal with Emrakul. Draw a card. And that should be lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, and we got there. Okay. Close one on that one, I'll be honest. But we did get there. Alright, yeah, the Karn bug's a little bit annoying because Karn's like, I have no loyalty. I'm just gonna stick around as a, whatchamacallit, just Stony Silence. And actually, it did offer me the ability to tick up, which is the insane part. So hopefully that bug gets fixed tomorrow. But that said, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look at our opening hand. After this advertisement. That's what it feels like. It feels like Moto's serving me ads, and I'm on the free subscription. So now, like, every time I try and do something, I have to watch an ad. Mulligan this hand. Mulligan, I say. We can keep this. Pitching what, though? I think pitching Karn. Like, Karn could just end the game, but it would be on 3. We instead definitely want to command. So yeah, let's say Karn. We could also just Wooded Foothills to set up our next draw. That might be correct, but we also could draw into a temple. And then we could command X2 instead. Marsh Flats fetch. Shock, it is energy. Guide of Souls. I'm probably going to want to command X1. At the same time, I do want to play the Writhing Chrysalis, so Wooded Foothills and pass. Fetch, Plains, a Johnny. Yeah, I want to get rid of the Johnny instead. Either that or it's Cat. Pause on end step. Thankfully they can't get rid of it now. Fetch with Wooded Foothill for a commercial district. Trigger. Into the grave you go. Kozilek's return? Lab. Sanctum of Ugin, and let's just do this at sorcery speed. Did I click the wrong modes? I must have. And done. Goodbye, Johnny. Hold up the ability to respawn in case of static prison or galvanic discharge. Fetch of Arid Mesa. I guess also Flage. Bolt or Shock. Onslaught Pride. Ugh. Yeah. And Bombardment. So I'm glad we got rid of the Johnny. The thing is, they're probably going to ping my spawn tokens now. Not thrilled about. Attack. Float. Hit me for 4. Yep. You'll make a cat token. Do you ping my spawn tokens? Trigger. Sack. In response. Go to end step. And Talisman. I mean, I could play Talisman. I don't think there's any reason for me not to fetch for a green source here, though. So we could go Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go Talisman. And then red, green, colorless, triggers. So at least now if they do try and ping the spawns, I can grow the chrysalis in response. And pass. And pass. Hold up the ability to respond. Arena of Glory, that's a bit frightening. 3. Flage targets. I mean, they could go after the chrysalis. They go after me. So now we also need a way to stop them from escaping Flage. Then sack Flage, target what? Discharge. Yeah. Because now they can deal it 5, 6 damage. Because they could sack Flage targeting it, so I can't save it. I just make them expend resources. That's ugly. Yeah, that's fine. Do you utilize the 3 energy? Yep. Flage, then sack it, targeting what? A spawn or at me? I think a spawn's your right choice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I would like the World Breaker that Arena of Glory. Or if we don't, I think we just lose next turn. Opponent's thinking hard about this, and reasonably so. Either send one at me, putting me down to 9. It's not like I'm... Oh, I might have to block, actually. Really not like I'm blocking, but now I'm presented with a different issue. That is 6 damage on board. Yeah, that's a problem. Because then you can sack all 3. Not to mention the Ocelot Pride. Damn. So that's going to be 5 damage, but then I'm going to have to do this. Yeah, I'm going to have to double block here. So I will sack and pass. Not much I can do at this point, so I'll just take it down to 5, trigger. So I'm at a theoretical 1. Theoretical 2. Draw, and the return's a bit late, unfortunately. Return's a bit late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you got it. Just a tad. Concede. So this is against energy, lost for game 1. We'll be able to play for game 2. So we will cut the gemstone for the return. Cut the Karn. No, I don't want to put Karn back in. I want 3 Writhing Chrysalis. 4 Writhing Chrysalis, 4 Writhing Chrysalis. Alright, send it back. Yeah, on the draw we'll cut 1 Writhing Chrysalis for the gemstone. I want to keep that Ghost Quarters in, just in case we need to get rid of Arena of Glory. You never know. I'll keep this. This allows us to go Forest, Sprawl, Red into Temple. And hold up Lab. Or not Temple, not hold up Lab. Temple, hold up Command. Shock, Ragavan, Guide. Okay. Draw. So, if that's the case, I think going Rumble here. That's a yikes. But Jukabog is good. That's not doing much here, but I think I do keep it. Just in case for later. And now we can X1 the Sky to Souls. Hold it to later respond. Marshflat's fetch. Plains and a Johnny again. This time I will exile the Guide of Souls. Nope. And done. And pass. Windswept Heath. We can at least set up next turn, so I think we play Windswept Heath. We're going to command at sorcery speed. And then pass. Hold up the ability to respond. Flage, Galvanic Discharge, etc. They know about the bog. So I imagine that they are going to be a bit hesitant just playing Flage into it. A mountain. Blood Moon. Molten Rain. Yeah, not thrilled about seeing that card. That's fine. We pause on end step. No blocks. Fetch for commercial districts. Trigger to grave. Draw. Breaker. Play Ghost Quarter. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is our entire board, but I think it is correct. Get rid of the Sacred Foundry. Oh, and Moto's taking a break. I feel like every time you interact with the board state in any way, there is a chance of you having like this 20-second lag. Yeah, I think right now Saga's currently bugged, Karn's currently bugged. I guess Planeswalkers period are currently bugged. And then of course the lag on top of all that. Pretty unfortunate. I think worst case scenario here, opponent has a Static Prison. Get rid of you, and pass. And pass. There is Sacred Foundry, Shock for Onslaught Pride. Bombardment, that's fine. Draw. Mycospawn. Yeah, we'll just cast a Mycospawn. Actually, let's attack first. See if you want to block. You do not. Cast Myco Spawn. Do we think they play Molten Rain and Charmal, or just the Molten Rain? I feel like it's just the Molten Rain, so I'm gonna go Temple. To bog or not to bog, 'tis the question. I'll play the lab. Done and pass. And pass. Land, Marsh Flats fetch. For Onslaught Pride. That's frightening. And Flage the hit Sowing Myco Spawn. Okay. Well, you're right to hold the bog, but unfortunately this means that they're gonna get a board of cats. Yeah, that was the worst case scenario. Maybe attacking was incorrect. Because now they have City's Blessing. We need a return. Oh, Bajuka Bog, target you. The problem is now I think they just win. So were we wrong to attack in? Like, we need to apply pressure at some point. Grab another temple and pass. We'll have to block both prides. That'll be 2, 4, 8 damage plus 5. Yeah, it's lethal. So us attacking with World Breaker put us into a disadvantaged state. Like, we had a blocker on board. The worst case scenario was the Flage. Yeah, down to 9. Take 6, down to 3. And then they have lethal. More or less, we just couldn't have... we just couldn't have attacked with Breaker. Not that I think it matters at this point, based on the board state and the cards they presented. That's rough. Alright, well... yeah, Goblin Bombardment does do that sometimes. Sometimes just kind of blows you out of water with the amount of bodies they can just shove on board. So, yeah, maybe it was correct not to attack with Breaker. Let me know your thoughts. 2, 3, 4... yeah. I mean, if we got one more turn, then we could have gone with Chrysalis or Devourer. So maybe attacking with Breaker was the wrong move. But like sitting back and doing nothing doesn't do us any good either, right? So hard to say. Because if we just sat back and did nothing, then we're just going to eventually die to a flipped Johnny, right? Or a Static Prison on the World Breaker, and then it doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, Butter, then it doesn't matter anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Just wake up from your nap. Alright, well, regardless, solid league, 3-2 at the end of 5. Overall, the deck felt good. I will say that Ancient Stirrings did have its moments when it wasn't being seized out of my hand. So happy about that. Alright, so no playing with flyers while I'm doing my outro. So yeah, overall, deck feels good. I do think the changes I made, upping one Emrakul, Down one Airgas was correct based on the number of Seize effects currently being played, and going up one Devoured, down one World Breaker seemed to be correct as well. So overall, I do think that the deck is performing well enough given how hostile the current Moto metagame is. And I do want to make that clear for those watching, like, don't sit here and believe that the deck is performing poorly across the board when in reality Moto just has a really wonky metagame, especially as there's an underrepresentation of Amulet Titan as well as Grinding Station in the meta, especially in leagues. Leagues definitely are dominated by like Energy, Oculus. I would say also Blink. Those are probably the three top decks of leagues. Challenges going to be a bit different, but I think Ramp is still a really strong contender for the meta. It's just that, much like it sometimes get really hostile against Tron prior, it now is very hostile against Ramp. But I don't feel like that's going to be most people's experiences, whether it be at their RCQs coming up or their local meta. But with that said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, any feedback in general. It is always appreciated, for as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my successes and my failures, I hope to learn from you all as well. And last but not least, we have reached our 500 subscriber goal and are in the process of getting the channel monetized. However, in order to start getting ad revenue, we will need to reach our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're already on our way there, so if you did reach this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. That way we can start saving up for more MTG content. With that being said, folks, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!